streaming now. So, welcome everyone to Star Wars.
Howdy.
Is everyone here? Sound off?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Except for laundry
Bot 2000. Is Josh, you here, man? Once again, his audio issues prevail. I am going to link the our live videos here. Yeah, stream into our chat here. So you're welcome to check this out just to make sure that their audio is coming through. If the audio is not coming through, you should inform me so that we can fix that. So with that, I think we can go ahead and get things started. It looks like once again Josh is still having issues joining the game, but we will deal with that more as it comes. So to start off, if you go ahead and take a look at the map that I've laid out before you, this is
present.
Yes, good Ion. This is the galaxy as it is, and you guys have just finished your job on Vindaxa, which is, I believe, somewhere down. I resized the map, so I lost my thing.
It's right next to the Corellian run.
Yeah.
In the expansion region.
Yeah, so it's in here somewhere. Yep, right there.
Yep.
So you've done that. You finished your job there, and you have a delivery from Changius, the Admiral Akbar species Mon Calamari smuggler, and it needs to be delivered out here. The fastest way for you guys to do so is to travel along the well-established trade routes, which end up taking you by the Duro and Corellia, and you stop by through there to enjoy the hospitality of Corvus's family. You want to say anything about what your family has to offer, Corvus?
So, since we're going past, I call ahead, and my aunt is going to make us some incredible food, and there's this mushroom soup that she makes that is literally to die for. So we're going to be able to enjoy that, and then we're going to pick up. So this is a special.
Ion eats 3 helpings.
3 help.
Just shoves them into his face.
I immediately start by placing a bin beneath you. So you're like in a short trash can. You're on a stool, so that you, to your heart's content. And but first we have to steam clean you, because we're not gonna waste that stuff. Anything that comes out of you, we're gonna eat later.
Fair enough. But Ion will compliment her lavishly. Just, this is the best, mushroom soup anybody's ever made for me.
It's the only time that you've ever been allowed to eat mushroom soup.
Your eyes so your sensors can touch it.
We gotta get him the way to have olfactory and gustatory receptors. Yeah. Anyways, so we but it's also a repair shop, so if we don't really have any repairs to do, but like maybe plug in and do some diagnostics while we're waiting. Did anybody need anything from a tech area? We have some contacts through my family, since they live on one of the orbiting space stations around Duros. But the whole thing was to come here, get a bunch of incredible home-cooked food, and then be able to grab some local delicacies for our next leg of the flight, which is then cruising to Corellia, where we can then start doing the whole kind of the firehouse thing. We get a bunch of good food and we cook it on our way to the next stop, kind of thing. And then I'm picking up some supplies, because Ion, you said you wanted to learn how to be a cook, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, right on. Then I'm going to start crafting you a complete set of cook gear. So like,
Okay.
all
Well,
these various things.
ironically, Ion is very interested in the process and keeps helping you craft things, and seems to be learning about mechanics as
Excellent.
opposed to actual cooking.
I'm so excited about the concept of you learning about mechanics so that we can have another mechanic on board. Not having. If I'm going to learn fighting, we're going to have another mechanic. And so then, right, then we pick up that at Corellia, and then we start heading out to
the wheel, right?
along the way. We've got a couple of jumps we have to do. Wait, Alderaan is still there, right?
Yes, Alderaan is still there.
Well, then inadvertently, without us even knowing about this in the future, we're going to make a drop into Alderaan also.
No, I actually have a little bit of an interjection here. We needed to make one stop, if I remember right.
To drop off the thing that was on the way to Duros, and we're already done with that.
Oh no! We definitely needed to pick up our taxidermied friend.
This is true.
Where's that?
It was. Where was that?
I'm actually trying to remember now. I might have to go back. Hang on. Let me find out.
While he's looking for that. So basically, we're doing a couple of drops.
No, I want to be Ryloth. Doing a couple drops, picking up some things here and there. We will say that you guys could go ahead. I believe it was on the planet of where was it?
Lahopa?
Lahopa.
That's so before we even go to Duros, we're going to go do the drop and then come back.
Where's
to
Lahopa?
Well, Lahopa's right next to Vendaxa.
Yeah.
Other than it was time critical for the drop.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is the crates are due, as quickly as possible out on the wheel.
So we do the drop first, then we have to drop back to Lahopa, and then we can go to Duro.
The drop is all the way over here, so
seems like
Duro is
Lahopa
on the
being the closest planet to Vendaxa would be.
Yeah, you can take that on the way. You can take that on the way to Duro. Yep, sure. Yeah, you can go in and pick up your what did you have a name for it yet?
Yeah, Rex.
Rex, yes. All right. There's still some minor issues with Rex that you need to get sort of worked out that you're sort of futzing with, but all the mechanics are intact.
Okay, so but his like taxidermied self is pretty spectacular, right?
Yeah, he's very well
like passable. You wouldn't even know that he's not real except for like his mechanical movements.
Yes, yeah. So like if he's stationary, he looks like he's been taxidermied. A well-done taxidermy job. But if he is moving, he doesn't. Some of the positions he can find himself in don't look quite natural. But yes. Anyways, this is before for sure.
Perfect.
You've got him on your ship in one of the bays, cargo bays, probably up top, hidden away in like the back corner of the thing. Well, maybe not right now, as you're messing around with him some, as it is a new toy. But you guys make several stops, just picking up food and supplies, fuel, that kind of thing, making small exchanges for small job trades where you don't have to stop for too long or negotiate too much, but just stuff to get you by. And
right. So one of the things that we're trying to enact is getting it so with these little trips that we're doing, picking up stuff in one place and dropping it in another, is like pretty much going to pay for our gas, so we don't have to spend for gas, and so give us a little bit more. So money at the end of missions and stuff on our way like to anywhere we're going. Like the wheel's pretty far away from where we were originally.
Yes, and as you do this, we're going to cut to a sea of stars as the Dubak's mother comes in from the side view, and the camera follows it and continues to pan as it follows the starship towards a large circular structure. The wheel. Starships of various sizes are moving in and out amongst this thing, from the lowliest tugs and small transports to truly massive freighters that sit berthed on the outer rim like whale calves nursing their mother. We take a screen wipe here to the inside of a cockpit. So we see a young Duros transmitting landing codes to the tower, and a tinny voice coder responds. Proceed to berth Bash 32 for docking. Welcome to the wheel. So the camera turns around, and he's going to zoom through the rest of the ship, slowly past each different crew member. And so this is like a montage scene here. So starting with Corvus, tell me what's going on as you guys are flying into the wheel in the ship.
I'm piloting and drinking on a calf drink.
Okay. Just in the standard position, you know, just hanging out. You got your feet up on the dash, or
I'm actually I'm gonna be docking here. If it's if I've got like 15-20 minutes, I'm totally kicked back.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit here. All right.
Yeah, feet up, kicking back. I've got a laptop in my lap, and or well, whatever, some type of computer, and I'm like studying homework while I'm piloting.
All right. Who is the next closest crew member to the
bridge?
To the bridge, yeah. You can go ahead and move your person around to where you are. Oh wait.
I am in the lounge.
Okay.
I'll be in the galley storage, admiring Rex.
He's probably upstairs in the upper.
No, he's in the galley storage.
He's too small for the galley, or he's too big for the galley storage. That's where all the food stuff is.
So if we want to keep eating, we might want to not have him in there.
Yes.
Ooh, is he in the workshop?
He might be in the workshop, yeah.
Alright. I've got him just chilling in the workshop. I'm admiring.
What's the best place to work out?
Probably,
Deck 3, weight section.
yeah, up 3. Deck 3 would probably work. There's a lounge that they could definitely
Go to the place labeled lift, obviously.
Cargo lift.
Oh my god.
That's too good. All right. Okay. Isaac Sunmiller will be upstairs helping spot for you.
Oh, awesome! I forgot he was still with us. That's rad. Let's never let him go.
I love his character icon.
Yeah.
And Ion, you're in the. Where's this? What room are you in?
Passenger lounge.
The passenger
Yeah.
lounge. What
Hanging out.
All right, so the camera
Sitting
zooms
back
back.
on the couch with his arms up over the edge, just chilling.
All right, so the camera zooms in, and it's gonna through the open cargo bay. There's a bunch of crates in here, and it zooms into the workshop, and in there we see, looks like Conroy and Boqueta. Describe the scene in there, real briefly, just what a moving camera shot would get.
Oh yeah. So Rex is on a countertop, which makes him like really tall, and both Boqueta and I are looking up at him. We have our hands on our chins, and I'm looking at him, purely from like an aesthetic point of view, and Boqueta is looking at him like, how did they possibly fit this droid inside of this thing?
Awesome.
Josh, you
Definitely.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, like standing there, like how did they? And I'm like, I'm in a panel, looking inside, just admiring the beauty of the work that was done here, and like just shutting it back, but definitely like checking it out to figure out how I could
futz with it. All right.
Yeah.
The camera swivels and basically comes back around around Rex and zooms back out and zooms into the lounge where we see Ion. Are you like watching holovids, or what are you
No, dude. In a passing conversation leaving the planet, he learned the word lounge and what it means. And with the patience that only a droid can have, he's been learning to lounge. So he's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing with his arms over the edge of the couch, just sitting back, being relaxed.
Have you tried to recruit any of the other ship droids into lounging with you?
Oh, we have ship droids?
Yeah. There's like there's the power droid and like a load lifter, I think.
I mean, that has definitely happened in the past while. He's probably been starting to tinker with both of them.
Okay. Maybe your gonk power droid, just the the big box, is like sitting there, and you're like trying to convince it that it's lounging, or you're lounging with it, or that it somehow has any idea what's going on.
Can I roll a super difficult mechanics check to make it understand what relaxing is?
It would be computers.
Oh, well, we'll roll that.
All right, just a sec. Okay.
Gonna have to take some rights in computers.
All right. I do not see that yet, so let me just double check. It does not work because of reason.
I'm gonna spend that benefit in that Ion doesn't care that it just.
I don't see it, the dice roller isn't working. Is more the issue.
Really? Did it pop?
Oh wait, no, it did. It popped in. Yeah, okay. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Sure. That's
all right. Let's roll
wonderful. The camera turns around, zooms back, and it goes up through the lift, up to upstairs where a crude workbench is set up. And describe the scene here, Mr. Jeet.
So we've built basically a CrossFit gym amongst cargo boxes. We using the pipework and the upper cargo lift to essentially do some leg lifts and other acrobatic maneuvers. Basically, what Stardance? What's this guy's name again?
Isaac Sunmiller.
Isaac Sunmiller. Yeah. I feel like
all right,
it's a
we gotta write down all the permutations.
None of us, yeah.
Isaac Sunmiller. So Sunmiller he's currently he's working on his biceps. I basically fashioned him some dumbbells out of some old ammo cans of mine. And so he's trying to work on his chest figure. But yeah, we're getting a good sweat session on. Should be wrapping it up here in like 10-15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you're going to be docking just about then. So the camera zooms around, and your sweaty, glistening bodies. Obviously, you're much more like Isaac is a little bit out of place here, but you're working on making him feel comfortable doing this. The camera zooms back down, goes down through the lifts, and then as it goes through, the camera just pans out and zooms down through the cargo bay doors as they open to the opening airlock of the main access ramp and into the hangar. So it's this nice, real cinematic shot of zooming all the way through the ship, seeing everybody doing all their different things, and then it opens into the wheel as the ship has parked, and you're on the wheel, one of the largest, most well-appointed stations out there. There's lots of shops and casinos and all sorts of different things if you're interested in getting it.
I'm pretty sure I killed some people here before.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Can we get like a quick rundown from each of the characters on maybe like what they were doing with the experience, or what experience they got that gave them new skills?
Sure.
That'd be kind of cool.
Go for it.
All right, so Conroy, in through the process of our last mission, recognized that we were pretty light on the ability to recover from combat. And so he set to pulling all of Dr. Khan's books that she had like stashed away out. He's been going through them, reading everything that he can get his hands on. To become a combat medic is kind of his intention there. And if I can pull up the correct spreadsheet, there we go. And so he's got basically the ability to assist with people using stim packs, I believe. Or I can use I can use stim packs, or I can use ability that will essentially restore health. And then he's also improved his field commander abilities, and this will be able to gives bonuses to rolls in combat and prior to combat. Also, as a little aside, he's picked up some xenology knowledge, because you can't study medicine without having some idea of xenology.
All right. Well, that's very good. Speaking along with that, I'll actually turn it over to Lynx, because I think Lynx had some actions that he was engaging in.
Yeah, so similar thing here. I think we've probably been quizzing each other. Use of stim packs and other things. I'm digging in to like the more surgical side of it, I guess. Like, I'm interested in combat help, but I'm being the hacker at heart. So I'm learning some of that there, helping you study all that good stuff. Those medicine skills, not too great at it yet. And then I know that you were doing some training. I think it was, I don't know, just light weapons, because I was pretty bad at that. So I'm a little bit better with my pistol now than I was, because the last time I used it, it went well, but that was definitely a fluke.
All right.
I'll go next. So Corvus has been one of the things he'd asked Conroy to do is help him to start shooting. So I set up a little bit of a target practice range up on deck 3 in the cargo bay so that we could practice firing. And you guys notice that the way he pilots, he seems to be... He is definitely smarter. He's definitely smarter, which has been helping out with a lot of other things. And he's been playing around with his armor suits, and he's been crafting various things. And you notice that his spacesuit that he wears a lot of the time, and he'll also use it on planets, especially if it's crappy weather. Now he's got some armored plates on it, and it looks really comfortable for him, and he wears it a lot, and he looks like he's been definitely learning more of those kind of skills along those lines. And some of he's been kind of talking with some of you guys about some of the courses. One of the additional courses he added was a course on outer rim knowledge, and so that's some of the things he's been picking up and playing with. But crafting is something he's definitely enjoying. And shooting guns.
All right.
Sweet.
Ion has just been following Corvus around for quite a while now. He's been handing him tools, watching him work on things, figuring out, and just slowly soaking up the knowledge of how he repairs things. But obviously, his big interest is what makes all these other droids tick, and why are they not just doing whatever they want. So he's started to investigate the processes behind that, and is learning slowly.
All right.
So after the whole, during the Zerka facility epic, Jeet definitely improved his ability in using his like long range rifle, and he found new ways of holding the rifle and positioning his body. So his skills as a long range weapon specialist has improved greatly. But when it comes to interacting with characters in the field, he likes to take a much more up and personable stance. So his presence has grown, and through that, his ability to sort of charm with his beautiful long Nautilin dreads has continued to improve his ability to navigate situations. Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, that's most excellent. And now we have the party is basically moving on into the ship that you have to. You have the contact information for the drop that you need to make. It's Haskogen. He's an Abonito, and he's gonna he'll be by shortly to pick up the electronic shipment. Yeah, otherwise, there's various things if you guys need to purchase things or that sort of thing. If you're interested in doing that, again. And we'll just ignore the other issue with the stream recording, and if there's an issue in the future, I'll just upload the new versions of it. So, Trevin, are you there? Did you go get a drink? Someone went and got a drink.
Trevin went to get a beer.
Okay. So, I'll just jump ahead here, and so one person that did get mail is Jeet. So, Jeet, you've been thinking about certain things, perhaps back in your home world, and some of the engagements that you've been on, and you get a message from Homeworld, which is the code word that your organization uses as part of their mission to provide, people with a homeworld. And it goes, hello Jeet, I hope our message finds you well and that your travels have been done safely. We haven't heard from you in a while and want to make sure you are doing all right out there in the galaxy full of dangers and injustice. We are worried about your friend, Duan Wright, who was operating in Hut space. Have you heard from him? He'd been mentioning some trouble on his freedom mission due to increased conflict in the criminal underworld between the Hutts and Black Sun. Maybe you can bring some insight into the situation. Let us know if you find out anything about Duan. Homeworld. So that message, I hope you were there, Andrew. Are you not there? God damn it.
Oh, damn it. I got some of it. Alright.
Damn. You asshole. Alright.
Read it one more time. I feel like I missed the beginning anyways. I'm sorry.
Actually, I did too. I was getting a drink and I'm back. There. We can read it on our own time.
Yes, you can read it on your own time.
He's just come home to me.
So, this is a message for Jeet, and as you read this, you feel a sense of urgency or desire to figure this out, and that's going to be your obligation triggering. And so you're going to be down, is it, I think, 1 strain, or is it the whole group has 1 strain? So your obligation got triggered there. I rolled that ahead of time. Let me just double check the cost there. So because your obligation got triggered, everyone in the group's strange threshold is down by the remainder of 1 for the session. Your general stress level is infectious, and the fact that you're worried about something or are concerned about something is immediately felt amongst the ship's crew. Additionally, you yourself only have your strain threshold is lowered by 2 for this session, the remainder of this session.
Okay.
So, because
Nice.
you're under personal strain, some of it's leaking out.
Oh no, this isn't good. Do I have any? Who's doing right? What do I have any information about who this friend of mine was?
You can tell me about him.
Okay. Dylan. He's probably someone that I originally was working with back on my home world. Probably he was one of the other sort of freedom fighters that we set out on a few early missions to free some of our kin from. Oh gosh, it was. I don't remember who exactly we were.
Pirates, maybe.
We were pirates. I think there was some sort of pirates who had taken some of our people as to basically sell as slaves, entertainers. And he was one of the individuals who volunteered to come with me to come basically try to free some of our people.
So is he like the same age as you, the same general like station, or is he older than you, younger than you?
I think he was a little bit younger than me. Yeah, and so I kind of mentored him in a lot of ways, and so I think that's why I'm feeling especially weak right now mentally to hear that he's in trouble. Because I saw him much as family.
All right, let's get some good information to know. All right, so you get this message, and you're probably still on the ship as you guys are still sort of figuring out what your station is, and your team is waiting, and you get Haskosian. He comes up. He's an Abonito. So the Abonitos are, you've probably seen them before in the newer Star Wars movies. They look kind of like this guy here.
Yeah.
And this guy's, he's wearing this one in particular is wearing a black button-up shirt and with some black jeans, and he's got a black slicked back haircut. And he comes up and he's like, "I believe you are my shipment from Changes here. Might take that off your hands."
Do we know who we're supposed to drop this stuff?
Is there no like code word?
Yeah, it's just like,
These are just consumer. This is the guy. Well, we'll assume this is above board for him. This is not a smuggling job that you were given. These are like consumer electronics. He's just a guy he comes up. He's a shopkeeper, warehouse manager here. That is the recipient of the delivery. Like your code went in as you landed that you had this guy's shipment. And he'll just basically check he won't even come on board your ship or anything like that. He'll just wait for you guys to use your loader to unload the droids, and he's got unload the goods. They're just crates and crates of consumer electronics, bad DVDs and MP3 players and whatnot, that kind of thing.
Sure.
And he just well, everything looks to be all good on our parts. Give my regards to the shipper if you ever see him again. Me and my droid are on our way now, and a pleasure doing business. And he'll just
have a nice day.
Yeah, head off as you guys hide all of your highly illegal blaster rifles, that kind of thing, in various nooks and crannies on the ship. As you know,
Smuggler storage.
smuggler storage. So, yeah. So you've dropped off
Excellent.
that.
Right.
Just to go back just a little bit. So the Acklay we're going to where?
The Acklay already got delivered.
That's what we dropped off in the middle.
Was
of
this? Where did we drop it off? I'm actually just writing this down.
Where was that?
That was in space.
In space,
Yeah,
you traded
Outer
them
Rim,
out.
right?
You traded them out to Changius again. And he
Okay, did we do
delivered
that last game, or are we
Yeah,
just
end of last
retconning
session.
that in?
them. End of last
Okay,
session.
end of last session. Cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
So no,
Because the Acklays are taking care of our delivery to Changius, well, the crates that we had to deliver to Parlimen?
this is the wheel, the
Those are
Parliament trade
done.
route. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's done. We already took care of everything Swidgen needed. So at this point, I think we've completed all of the missions that we had.
Yeah. So you could contact, see what's up.
Wrapped it up.
We have one more thing that I need to go do to pick up my blaster, and that's out in this area, in the exact location, much like getting up the droid and all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we have that. That was where was the location? Sorry.
Well, would you like to ping the broker for another job? Or are you looking to find other things, or what?
Does anybody
Yeah,
want to
I
do
mean, like-
anything on the wheel?
Yeah, that's the question, right? Is there any shopping that we needed to do? Any like particular items we were looking for as a crew? Do we want to restock our med packs?
Probably
would.
be helpful.
Wrong. Absolutely never wrong.
So yeah, so we don't really need to go into like great detail. I guess it's just that kind of need to pick up some med packs.
Oh, there were two things, and gosh, I haven't written down, and we could have picked these up when we were back on Duros. There's some things that would help us with the maintenance on the ship. One of them's called a multi-goo gun, and the other one is a set of welding rods, and then a Merson 15A intelligent toolbox. And all of these things would be very beneficial for us to do repairs on this vehicle. But they're total, they're about 4,500.
Let's just pull it out of the pool. How much? We haven't even split up our money yet.
No,
Yeah, we could just like add it onto the accounting after we have a chance to
yep,
true
Okay.
up.
yep.
All right. So the only thing is, if any of those are above, and because the wheel is on a highly trafficked trade route, if any of those are above 5 rarity, you'll need to make a negotiation check.
Oh. Above a 5? Oh,
Yes.
Is there a weapons store here?
Yes, although it's usually more for like, well, there's different kinds of weapons stores here. They outfit hunting expeditions. They outfit all sorts of things.
Oh, we never rolled light side. We gotta do light side, dark
shit.
side. Hang on.
All right, yeah. Let me
Yes,
just sec before you get going on that. Let me clear the pool.
Yeah.
All right, go for it,
What's
everyone.
that one? What's that one under? It's under skills, character.
It
Yeah, very top.
Very top of
Roll
what?
Destiny? No.
There's Roll Destiny yet.
Oh no, the dices are gone. Oh, there they are.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just loading in.
Where?
There we go. It's in the very center underneath dice pool.
I don't know why I'm not seeing this.
That is the first time I've not rolled
It's
something.
on the left-hand side.
no.
That was
Yeah, I
bad.
saw. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I had it down. That's why.
Yeah. So Jeet is the one bringing the light side, despite.
A friend in distress.
Wait, what'd you do, man? Conroy, quit flipping points.
Okay, I was trying to actually like figure out how to reset my light side points, but I guess I just need to sync with you.
Yeah. We'll hear.
Okay, so we're 1 and 4. I think.
No, you should be.
No, we got one.
You should be
G4,
3 and 4.
3 and 4, yeah.
1 and 2, 2 and 2.
Well,
3
it says he flipped one and then it shows 3-2.
Well, then Ion rolled a black on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
okay.
it should be 3 and 4.
3 and 4, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
That is correct.
Wait. Why did that not show up? Alright, just a sec. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Should be good.
Yeah. Alright, now it's should be good.
4.
3 and 4.
Cool.
And so,
3 and 4 the other way. Because we're...
no, only 3 light side.
3 light
Yeah.
fire.
Oh, it's not. It's showing 4 light side on mine.
Maybe
Huh.
sync pool.
Yeah, sync full with GM. There we go.
Alright.
There we go. Thank you.
So my main point was: does anybody have any negotiation points?
I do. A little bit. I mean, I got skill point.
Did we run? Do we need to roll negotiation to get?
For buying stuff, yeah.
So how many? What do we need? How many do we need to roll? Until you had that list of parts.
List of parts.
Weren't you just
Equipment.
suggesting that the Dubek's mother pick up several pieces of equipment?
That was okay. So those are specific tools for repair of the Dubek.
Yeah.
Do they have any rarity of 5 or more?
One of them does. The other 2 do not. Got.
Do you mind listing the items again?
Sure, not a problem at all. The first one that we're looking to now is a multi-goo gun. It's basically a grease gun. It costs $250 and it's a 1, so it's
Yeah,
any
that
gun.
one's
It's
available.
But that adds advantage to mechanic rolls, mechanic repair rolls. Then one that's a little bit harder to find is a welding rod set. That's $17.50, but it's a 5. But here it's okay, not a
Okay.
problem to get. The final one is, and that one adds success. So with those 2 alone, we immediately added an advantage and a success to mech rolls to repair. And then the final one that we're looking to do that'll assist us is the Mersun 15A Intelligent Toolbox. It's 2,500, but it's an 8. But it cuts all mechanics tests in half. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
not difficulty.
No. Gosh, no.
And it's an 8 rarity?
Yes.
So
the
we're clearly
nice
going to
thing
need to
is-
roll that one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
The nice thing is
Now,
Go ahead.
yeah. Is anybody willing? If I'm going to do this, is anybody willing to loan me 2,000 or from the pool so I can buy a jetpack?
I think you're probably going to have at least that in personal funds when we're done with the last accounting, so you could probably
Yeah, we should get a
afford
bunch of
that.
money from the last one.
Yeah, because you got 60,000,
Yeah.
I think, on top of whatever it was.
scavenging your scrap.
Yeah, you got
Then why do we give 18,000 to the ship and everybody just gets 7?
no, 40,000. You got 40,000 from extras that
Alright.
you.
Everybody take 5.
Yeah, everyone take 5.
yeah,
is
you do
probably
like
good.
a
5.
do like a rough estimate, and then we can actually figure out details later.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use a light side point, and before I click the button, agree. We immediately stepping into the market. Ion comes across his dear friend that you've all met as well, Barry. This little rat creature trying to sell a half ton of roots to a plant dealer, and they're all roots that are budding and willing to come up. And he's trying to get a mass of water, some credits, and some interesting parts for. I can't think of the right word, but it's a piece that's needed in a hyperdrive. But he's trying to get a load of them.
From a plant dealer?
He's talking quickly, excitedly, and fastly. And he knows that this plant dealer happens to have a friendship with the mechanics shop down the road. They're cousins.
All right. You're gonna spend a light side point to do that to make this happen.
To make it be that we come across Barry.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds like a light side point. No, sure. You can change the narrative to. You add. That is one of the uses of a light side point. Add something to the narrative. And okay, so there's a scene, and it's like it's a little bit odd that it's happening. It's this guy down here, the fruit seller or the vegetable seller, is a guy who like specializes in resupplying ships, and so he's like really not interested in these plants that are budding that should be going to like a farmer, not like not someone who's just trying to like flip stuff to like, you know, he'd be better off if they were like French fries that he could sell to spacers. So he's like trying to negotiate, and like Very is slowly winning this guy over as far as like to purchase these things that he doesn't really need. And so but as you're doing it, then Ion comes across the scene.
Goes, Very! My first friend! And just gives him a big old hug, and very quickly is like, Ion! That robot guy! Oh, he's very dangerous. You should very much make this deal before the dangerous person talks to us. But we need to finish this deal quickly. Let us talk about these budding plants that are growing right now. They will be so much food, so much more food than you could think of. Ion is going to roll a passive coercion.
Okay. Kevin, just before we get too far here, can I ask what your end game in this situation is, Brett? Yeah. So we don't spend forever listening to you talk about two characters.
I don't care at all about the deal. I just want various negotiation to get us these rare items.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, all right. Well, okay. Yeah. So perfect. Yeah, you can do that.
I could probably just negotiate, but that's fine.
Yeah, we can work something like that out. Yeah, so the plant deal goes through in some way, shape, or form. If you want to add a coercion check onto this, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll just say that it happened narratively.
It
as
happens.
in a big impressive robot like intimidates this guy into buying a bunch of plants he doesn't need. And this little rat person thing comes back with Ion to the rest of the crew, and Ion introduces him as a merchant friend of his, or a seller, some.
Oh no, he doesn't care about his whole business side. Ion is just like, this was my first friend.
Who immediately starts trying to fleece the crew out of various things that they own or whatnot, or sell them things, and the party realizes they have
item inventory.
The party realizes that they have somebody who has connections to buy and sell goods on the station through this, if they so choose.
Actually,
He really wants to sell you all a Nexu claw for 50 credits.
nope.
Already got one. No.
We've already got one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking for a couple of things other than the mechanical enhancements for the ship,
Okay.
but they're all under the numbers we need. So does this
Just-
get us a discount, or? I'm like looking for a set of hunting goggles and Bantha's eye laser sight.
Do you have rarity numbers?
Rarity's 5 for both.
Okay.
Still not a problem. And then some blade refill.
Mm-hmm.
And they're 5s also.
Okay.
We will go ahead and just make this here as one check. What do you know? What varies negotiate is?
Yes, I have his character sheet up. I'm just looking real quick. I think he gets a minus.
What?
I think he drops the rarity.
Oh.
Yeah, so he can reduce the rarity by 1.
Okay,
Okay.
that works. So I have a difficulty set.
So
if you
there's
want to go ahead and roll for Vary with his negotiation check, whatever things. I will say...
The
I'm
lowest
gonna...
rarity should be 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that. That's good. Here's the other thing. What advantages does or does Vary have any boost die on like negotiate checks or anything like that?
I don't believe so. I don't actually, in his character sheet, I don't have his full skill set.
Okay. Well, we'll just go through with but if you have a negotiate skill set aside, I have a thing rolling. You will suffer 2 black dice because Vary is going to try and take a cut, arrange a finder's fee,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So you can go ahead and make a roll.
Alright, 1 second. Let me double check. Raider is
Alright. In the meantime, as you're figuring this
yeah.
out, Conroy, as you are going to be checking in here with various folks, you do get a message from the broker informing you of the fate of the Acklay and whatnot, and just in general contact, recognize you back in space. And it says, your package has been delivered successfully. It has been decided to give you deliveries with established buyers for the time being in order to prevent further mishaps. The decreased risk involved will result in a somewhat decreased payout for those jobs, but it will allow you some time to recover from your last endeavor. Your performance for Swidgen has been noted, and should further high-risk infiltration jobs arise, you will be requested. There's a couple jobs available at the wheel, should you want them.
Nice. Cool. So, I'm sorry, where did we receive that communication from?
Just in the general mailing mail system on the station. So you can get it with a return, return to sender or whatever. Basically, you have a contact point that you can get a hold of the broker if you need to. The negotiation check goes...
Barry totally eats that benefit. Don't even worry about it. Nobody knows what happened.
Eats the what benefit? Oh.
The benefit that was rolled, that was part of the negotiations.
Okay.
Right.
So you were able to get those the equipment that you wanted. So the intelligent toolboxes and everything else. He sets you up with. It takes you probably a couple hours to track down all the different pieces, and Ion's probably gone with Vary. Is anyone else needing to help negotiate this, or?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are going with them.
Yep.
Anyone? Who else is going with the crew?
Jeet's gonna go try to help the negotiation process.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick up some stim packs and med packs.
Okay, so you're going somewhere else, probably?
All of us.
Are you
yeah.
separately or together?
I mean, it seems like we should roll together. We're a crew.
But I mean,
Those
you
are
could
probably
get more
different sectors.
I will say that it's probably the trip that Very is going to take you on is probably going to tire out most
Yeah,
of
the
the
entire-
people involved, aside from Ion.
I think most of us like walked the exact opposite direction when we saw Very.
Yeah.
We're like, we like put our hands up by our face and like walk by him, you know.
Yeah. So Ion and Very are off doing their thing. Maybe Jeet, you said you were going with them, or not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, wherever I can help
He goes to the
negotiate the best.
He goes to the first 5 stops.
Yeah, first 5 stops. and then-
I'll help out for a little while, but if, I mean, this is a new character for me to hang out with, so why not?
Yeah, but then you guys end up going off into different places, and actually, wait, you guys know Very. Some of you do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done missions with him
Do I know Barry?
from the very beginning when he was looking for water on that godforsaken.
Yes, you've
desert
tried to
planet.
sell water with them. Remember?
Yeah, that's
They
right.
you sold your shower water.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, actually, I believe Jeet was heavily involved in that.
I was pretty heavily involved in that,
Okay.
So as you're going to get some more medical supplies, one of the shipment deliveries, the jobs that is available is to deliver a large shipment of medical supplies to Nar Shaddaa. A local hospital clinic network has requested them and needs them to be delivered into, outlaw space or hut space as it is. So
I take special note of the word medical because I've been studying so hard. I'm like, ooh, medical.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the jobs available, and you can actually go as you're going to the medical supply warehouse or whatever, or clinic, whatnot. You go talk to them about the job if you wanted to check that out while you guys are picking up just the general medical supplies.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tagging along with Conroy for getting supplies and whatnot too.
Okay. The medical supplies.
Yeah.
So it turns out the medical supply station is a Zerka Medical Supply.
Hey, we know them.
Yeah.
Big company. Lots of people.
Lots of people. Give each other knowing looks, or.
So like we approach this medical station, we see the Zerka logo, and we should probably be a little bit conscious of the fact they may know our faces.
How do they know your faces?
Right? I mean, we just completely blew up / took over a giant secret research facility. They'd probably be a little bit
That did not
conscious
have
of
its
who we are.
security up at the time, right?
Good
Mm-hmm.
point.
It's true. We did blow the shit out of their outer wall.
So they have no idea. Okay.
I don't think
that's- There's no like security camera hard drives that survived. Like it was toast. We're good.
It's possible. It's possible they could
Well,
find
we
you.
think so.
Mhm.
So I swap my hat with Jeet's glasses. Is it Jeet? No, Link's.
Yeah.
Link's glasses. Like we just like swap hat and glasses and we keep.
Right. Yeah. That's enough of a disguise. That's fine.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys go into the room. You have some contact information, and it's just a droid who's operating by it. He's a very tired-looking droid. Looks like a protocol droid, basic version. Hello. What can I help you with?
Right, we're here for the supplies.
Do you have the proper paperwork? Please fill out this form here. And he's going to slide you forward a data pad with the stuff, with like the information, and you have like contact information from the broker to actually make the arrangement. Like the shipment just needs to be picked up and delivered. So he gives you a manifest and some stuff. He's like, if you wish to look at the goods, we have them in our back warehouse room B. I can show you if you wanted to see.
No, that's alright. Just have them delivered to our ship. Thank you.
Okay. What is your birthing number?
X41, if I remember correctly.
Nope. You just sent
Shit,
the medical
I don't
supplies
remember
somewhere else. It was a Besh 32. Is your landing bay. So you give them the correct landing bay. We won't have you supply some other random people with goods.
Thank you.
Shadow Broker would love that.
So he gives you the manifest and it'll be delivered. From the look of it, that's for the actual shipment itself. If you want to make actual purchases, there's like several vending machines style things